Hi and welcome to Extras Lesson 1. In this session we'll be learning scales, specifically the FFs, the major and the blues scale. I cannot overemphasize the importance of scales. If all you ever did was practice these for 20 minutes every day for a month, you would see your confidence on the guitar move to a whole nother level. It's a complete no-brainer. You make sure your thumb is in the right place behind the neck, make sure your fingertips are planting in the right place behind the fret, and you just get going. The great thing is you don't even have to think. It's the repeating of this action that creates muscle memory and over time will revolutionize your playing. Let's check it out. Let's look at some FFs. Finger to a fret. This is the best exercise for toughening up your fingers and increasing your speed around the fretboard. It's the greatest beginner exercise. If you wanted one exercise to help you be a great guitarist, this would be it. So let's look at the best practice. So the left hand thumb is going to be tucking behind fret 4. Keep that thumbnail nice and flat against the back of the neck, pointing upwards, and then the index finger is going to tuck behind fret 3. This is all on the 6th string. Middle finger, tuck it behind fret 4. Ring finger, tuck it behind fret 5, and little finger, fret 6. So here you have the magic triangle. Try to make sure, it's not going to happen every time, that the thumb is equidistant between the index and the little finger. So looking at it from the top, you can see this triangle. Just try and remind yourself just to keep the thumb from going up here, down there, around the corner. Just keep it nice and tidy. So let's do this nice and slowly. I'm going to use the right hand thumb rest stroke. So I'm going to pluck it down, come to rest on the string below it. I'm going to do that for those 3 strings, the 6th, 5th and 4th, and then when it comes to the 3rd, 2nd and 1st, I'm going to do the same thing, rest stroke, but I'm going to pluck it, come to rest on the string above, just like that. Let's try that nice and slowly. 3, 4. I'm going to move down to the 5th string, exactly the same, fret 3, 4, 5 and 6, 4th string now. Your thumb will want to creep up, but try and keep it there. 3rd string, 2nd string, and the 1st. As you go from the 6th to the 1st, just make sure you've got lots of space, as much as you can underneath here for the hand to breathe. And we're going to do that one more time from the 6th to the 1st string. 2, 3, 4. Just try and stretch your fingers. Might be difficult to begin with. Trust me, the more you do this, the easier it'll get. Don't forget, muscles need stretching regularly. And the muscles that you're going to be using are these muscles that stretch out sideways. It's a bit of a weird action, but that's the sort of muscles you want to try and stretch gently. Okay, let's come down now. On the way up, we have kept our fingers down, as you can see. And what I didn't do, which I'll do now, is to do the rest stroke on the index finger. And we're going to come back down with individual fingers. So little finger, ring, middle, index, and then we're going to stretch the little finger. But as I say, we're going to be doing each finger at a time. Rogue string, just stop that. So once we've got the technique right, it's really a case of repeating. Repetition is the key. And you might want to just spend 5 or 10 minutes a day, 4 or 5 times a week. It will be a challenge and a shock to the wrist to begin with, but as long as you don't overdo it. As I say, repeating that. You'll find that naturally you'll get quicker and quicker. You may want to use a pick, in which case we do exactly the same thing, but we're going to down pick. I just gently palm mute it, so I've got a little bit of the palm, the skin just touching the strings, so rather than I've got more of just a softer sound. Let's just do this. This is how it sounds. You don't want to be overloading your learning all at once, because it's going to take enough time to focus on your fingers, stretching them, pressing down the fingertips right behind each fret, rather than learning to use a pick correctly. You'll find, just like I did in some of those notes going up, hitting both strings, but as you practice, you'll find you'll just get cleaner and smoother. And then when you've completed fret 3, just move up everything, including the thumb, just 1 fret, and then do exactly the same on fret 4. And then fret 5, slide up, keeping those fingers nice and straight rather than bent like this. Just twist that wrist ever so slightly so you've got nice straight fingers. Fret 4, now again. And back home to fret 3. If you want even more of a challenge, you can learn how to double pick, and that, as the name suggests, is just down picking for the first note, up picking for the second note, and so on. This just means that you can get faster and faster